Oh, we asked the question already.
The question is why.
Oh, the question is why? Why seeds? Why not seeds? Why not try to build a regenerative society? Like, why not try to shift the course of human civilization into one where we're building paradises of green? Like, why not try to replant our entire earth into forests? Like, why not try to create local food systems? Why not try to get more voice and value for our systems we inhabit? Like, why not try to cut out the middleman? I don't know.
It's a gigantic experiment, a gigantic lift. And we knew when we started it that it was a lifelong enterprise, not, something you do in 2 years or 4 years or 10 years. We started with the money. We did actually literally start with the money, with creating an earth-friendly cryptocurrency, which we did. And we became very successful very quickly.
While most of us dream of recreating a cleaner, greener, and more beautiful world, the financial system has very different priorities. It relies on infinite exploitation to feed a dream of endless growth.
The big conflict today is having to make a decision between what's best for you and the planet and what's best for your pocket, opposed to what's best for our planet and what's best for the thrivability of all species. So right now, those things are in conflict. So the concept behind Seeds is to unite those, to build an alternative financial system that rewards us for participating in it, generates wealth for us to be able to decide how we want to direct that, because so many of those projects that need to happen, need to take place, aren't profitable. It's not profitable to clean up the beach. It's not profitable to replant native forests with no intention of cutting them down. It's not profitable to do the healing our planet needs, which is why, for several decades of us understanding this, it hasn't been done.
Our lives depend on one planet with finite resources, and with that planet in the midst of a climate crisis, this disconnect between our financial system and our ecosystem is one we can no longer afford.
Fiat currency is part of the problem because underlying assumptions are based upon competition, they're based upon scarcity, they're based upon winners and losers, they're based upon extraction and exploitation. All those things are built into fiat currency. So if you really want to change the world, you can't use fiat currency. So they recognized early on they had to create their own currency.
And like that big pine right behind you, that guy you'll see as we get over to that side in the next few rows, the plants are a little bit smaller because they get a little bit less sun.
Now, is there a different way to harvest
okra?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
No. I don't know how like a real commercial okra farmer does it. I think they just get a lot more labor that they don't pay, that they don't take care of properly. Because everything in agriculture is either automating or taking advantage of labor. We have these tools. Let's invent something intentionally with the compassion and the space of appreciation that we know, recognizing the incredible commons that we all share. And if you put that into the design and you make it, software, you make it code, you make it public, you make it transparent, then it's just a question of, are we clever enough to make sure that it's fully reliable and that the metrics that we're measuring are in alignment?
We've been given this gift in blockchain, and the gift is humanity's ability to interact and scale without a middleman is a game changer for our species.
We've got all this really cool new tech that's coming out where we can create our own financial systems. What if we created them based on local food systems? What if it was governed directly by the people?
Now everybody has access to the same digital platforms. There's no reason why there shouldn't be direct democracy.
So this is where Seeds got really interesting, is because Seeds launched as a concept that was meant to be governed by all the citizens who were part of Seeds.
The Constitution itself needs to be able to support and to catalyze that evolutionary growth and development. And that therefore the Constitution within itself also needs to be able to evolve and have the courage to experiment and to also allow new developments, new growth, new tools, new ways to come into being.
Yeah, when I saw what Seeds was about, and I'd looked all over the world, I've been all over the world, worked in 102 countries today, I'd never seen anything as advanced as seeds in the area of principles and rapid deployment and radical transformation, which is what seeds was to me. So it wasn't about analysis, it wasn't about research, it wasn't academic, it was let's go do something right now because the need is right now.
It was proposing to solve a problem that actually we don't have a solution, and that sparkling of going to the future and coming to the present caught my attention, and since then I'm there.
People were willing truly to contribute their talents, their time, their resources, their love for something that wasn't tangible at the start. So when people ask me, why am I part of Seeds and what does Seeds mean for me? It's this community. It's this community of people who care for each other, who show up.
The technology is ready for the Seeds community to gather together and to come together inside the membrane chip of a DAO. There's a fantastic opportunity to come back together in that space and to really explore the evolution of Seeds.
With the DAO platform in the Web3 space, we're giving that data back to you, right? It's back to the owners of these DAOs, right? It's back to the participants of the DAO that can now come into these new spaces and start to collaborate, start to coordinate, right? Start to address the real difficult problems, the wicked problems that we see in socio-ecological spaces, the space that Seeds find itself in.
I've been meeting people around the world and they see Seeds or this technology that Seeds is leveraging as a way to increase equity, inclusion, regeneration.
Hello everyone. We're here at the Traditional Dream Factory. We're building a regenerative co-living space where our focus is really to regenerate, rewild and build as much food systems as we can.
Fliptown DAO is a pioneer DAO in Uganda, East Africa, built on an Ubuntu foundation by the youth, individuals, and families in our community.
My name is Terry Molnar. I'm a member of the Permatours group in New England and all places beyond, and I'm in charge of launching our local community currency called the Perma token.
Our intention with the Heartland is to offer a real-life space for people to explore their life purpose.
Doing all this in real life is a big part of Life 3.0. But that's not yet possible for everyone.
So that's why we got inspired and created this virtual version.
Starseed Village is a 156-hectare eco-regenerative farm in the heart of Guatemala, 1 hour from Lake Atitlan.
We're creating a multicultural, farm-based community that helps people reconnect to self and the earth.
You sing an ancient song.
We did not anticipate how popular this would get and how fast it would develop and how we would lose control of the ability to stop people from trying to trade it prematurely before we even had it on any exchange, before we even had any method of liquidity pool to guarantee and hold the value. And more importantly, we didn't build value into the coin at the grassroots level.
Anybody who's come in that expected everything ready-made and all these beautiful promises immediately realized. No, that's the intention. That is in our compass. That's what we're navigating for.
Our tokenomics design was flawed. We watched it march up from 1 cent to 2 cents to 3 cents to 4 cents, all the way up to 9.5 cents, 10 cents. That system worked, but it had inherent within it a problem. It had speculation built into it. It didn't start with value creation at the grassroots level. It started with value creation in the model from the top down. That was an error. And we know it now, and we know it for lots of different reasons.
Our huge mistake was that we launched a self-governing currency without the means to govern.
So then right after the crash, a lot of energy sputtered out, but then a nice, beautiful core group of really committed people who were here stuck around to keep designing the governance protocols, the economic ones, and keep fleshing out some of the problems that we had in our rapid growth phase from before.
chaos is part of nature. And in human movements and projects, this is also expected and should be expected.
So now we want to move into radical collaboration. And that can only be done if everyone's on purpose. What system are we going to step into? Are we going to step into a system which is dictated by the same powers, or are we going to step into a system which is co-created, transparent, and governed by all of us?
Change thrives when there's uncertainty, because that's when people open their minds to new solutions. So the new tokenomics that we're going to come up with will start with grabbing value at the village level, at the grassroots level. And we will connect it in such a way with DAOs around the world that have their own tokens. The tokens that they have, like in Finca Sagrada, for example, that farm in Ecuador, they have their own token. And as they create value in their local region, that value will eventually be exchangeable with the seeds token, which will eventually be exchangeable in some manner or another with fiat currency.
So, yes, there's a lot of challenges. I don't have the answers, but we do. So let's come together, let's figure them out, and let's get this done.
It's not about imposing our stamp onto the world or imposing our stamp onto the future. It's not like you are going to say exactly where everything goes and what everything does and take industrial agriculture to a higher level of precision. But you're investing trust in natural beings and natural processes and becoming part of a larger whole along with them. So that is the kind of thing that you can't even necessarily design that into the currency, but you can hold that consciousness as you work with the currency.
It's amazing how these like manifestations work in life.